What's up, y'all? This is your boy G Blacks.
And I'm your girl, Queena. Welcome to the Couples Hour.
Yes, sir.
Today we have an exclusive interview with Amber. Many of you, if many of you don't know Amber, Amber was from Joseline'S Cabaret, Las Vegas.
Mhm.
A lot went down during that season, and we want to get to know Amber. We want to get to know what happened on the season, and we want to get to know what's next for Amber.
So we tapping in. So y'all tap in and make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. Hello, hello. Good evening.
Hey,
Hello.
how's it going?
Everything's good. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
We good.
We good. We good.
Thank you for giving us the interview. We really appreciate it.
Definitely.
Of
Thank you. Thank you for
course.
the
Of
blessings.
course.
So we're gonna get straight into
Yeah, we
it.
don't want to hold so much of your time. We know you're busy,
Yes, sir.
so we want to start off with asking who is Amber and what where let us know your background.
Oh Lord. Um, well, yes, my name is Amber. I am from the west side of Chicago, and that's basically where I was born and raised. I'm the fifth of 10, so I'm the middle child. Yes, my mom had 10 kids. It's 10 of us.
Oh,
Just
Nine,
like my
same thing.
yeah, 9 of us is alive. My brother passed away. That's who my name is after. So it's 9 of us alive, but we're living. But my mom is I'm the middle child. Um, I've always danced professionally since I was a little girl. My mom put me in training when I was like at 9. And so growing up in high school, I danced. I was always on team. I was always like captain, making up choreography, just that girl that the school knew who was like a dancer. And then after high school, I looked up and had a dancing gig where I had my own dance team shortly at my school. I also was the head coach of the pom team. So fresh out of high school, I was still like, um, working with my school that I graduated from, which is Manly on the west side. And then I went to China. And when I went to China, that was in 2015 and 2016. And I was a backup dancer for a Russian artist.
Oh wow.
Yes, her name was Nessie Kress, and she just like went major, like became a Russian celebrity like Beyonce. So she finally made it. But this was when she was trying to make it. So we were overseas doing shows every night in different parts of China. We traveled to so many different parts of China, backup dancing. It was like 4 backup dancers and her. And so after that, I came back home and I just started to do regular gigs like fashion shows, hair shows, parades, whatever competition show was going on, I was doing it.
What was the age?
When I made 29, and how old was I when I was in China?
Yeah.
That was in 2016. So that was like 6, almost 7 years ago. So,
Okay.
so I was like 22, 23-ish around that age.
Nice, nice,
And
nice.
Okay.
that was like one of the best experiences of my life. And so when I came back from that, I just was, doing
Your
local shows.
reception is choppy.
Yeah.
Let me see. It's like a,
It's no. It's as you talking, it get choppy.
Yeah, it's breaking.
okay, let me see. I don't know if I should move. I don't know if it's because of where I am.
You sound clear now.
I sound clear, so I switch it on this side.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds better.
Okay.
It does
Okay,
sound
so I'm gonna switch it on this side. And so when I came back from China, I was basically it's still choppy or is it good?
it's still I still hear the chop. I think
I
it's
think
because you
I put
have
the
it.
phone down.
Yeah, you have it on the table, right?
Yeah, I think that's what
Yeah.
it is for
Yeah,
sure.
that's what it is.
Okay, so I'm just gonna hold this. So we're just gonna have to do this how we gotta do it. Is that good?
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
thug it out. We're gonna thug it out.
Okay, okay. So when I came back, I was basically, just doing the local shows, fashion shows, pageants, parades, whatever they call me for, and how I made my money. I was always a waitress or a bartender. So like at 18, my first job was chicken and waffles. Like I've worked everywhere. Like I've worked at Hooters, Longhorn Steakhouse, Red Lobster. I've worked literally everywhere as a waitress or a bartender. So that's how I was making my money. I never was an exotic dancer. I never was a stripper or anything like that. And I think that's what a lot of people got mixed up on the show. And they're like, well, if you're not a stripper, why would you come on the show? And it's like, I know I got a good personality. I know I can dance. I may not be a stripper, but I'm just going to go ahead and turn this bitch up. And that's exactly what I did. You know
That's
what I
for
mean?
sure.
Like
That's for
I
sure.
never knew nothing about a pole. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, you know, like I don't know if it's unfortunately or fortunately, but I never really, you know, did the pole thing. Um, and yeah, after everything, you know, the working and the dancing, it's like, okay, what am I going to do for me?
Right.
What am I going to like? I started praying to God, like, I need something to leave behind for myself. Like, I need to do something with my life. I need to start a business. I need to do something. And so I was just praying and praying and praying for God to send me some type of sign. And so I love seafood, and I was going to restaurants. They were not doing it good. It was like dirty, not good. And so I went to a restaurant. Like I ended up like eating some snow crab. I think I pulled some hair out my mouth first. I don't know what it was, but it was something in the
Oh,
bag. It was something in the bag, and it bothered me so bad. And I ended up, you know, talking to the manager. The way she handled it, she offered me a free drink, and I was like, "Bitch, what?" And from that day forward, I was like, "I'm cooking my own seafood."
Own food,
So it
period.
started with me cooking my own seafood, and then I made a post, and I'm like, "Hey, if I start selling this shit, would y'all buy it?" And they were like, hell yeah. And then my first day I had like 10 orders. I like jumped off the
nice.
porch immediately. So a bitch been cooking crab ever since. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, your food did look delicious on the show, and I
Thank
do check out
you.
your page and stuff. So your food do look great.
Thank you. I
So
appreciate that.
I wanna also ask, like, seeing Jocelyn like on Love and Hip Hop and TV and everything, what made you want to join the show?
Um in the beginning, you know, like back in the day, back in the day, you know, when she was on Love and Hip Hop, I was like, you know, kind of sort of like, you know, I was a fan, you know. I was like, I like this bitch, you know, like she funny as hell, you know,
Mm,
she cute. She was just very funny, very comedic to me, you know, like the bitch is funny. She got like an out of this world personality, and that's what I always liked about her. So I was like, you know, I did see season two. I did see how rowdy they were. I knew that it could go left, but I just didn't think that it was gonna go how it went. You know what I mean? It was crazy.
mm.
Right.
Well, we're gonna hold that though. We want to dive in. I know she has some questions
Because these
because
is questions
yes,
from our viewers, so we definitely want to make sure all
and
the
I just want to
questions.
let you know, we leave it open. You can say what you want, see how you feel. Is on you. We here. We rocking out tonight. So
Okay.
I just want to say, I want to ask you another question.
Mm-hmm.
When you first met all the ladies, what was your thoughts on all of them? What was your thoughts?
Um. So Lexi Blow was very like bitchy, very standoffish, almost as if like when we first day, it was almost like she didn't really speak to me. She ended up speaking to me like I think it was a little bit after the fact, but or she either spoke to me and gave me advice in the bathroom when we first met, but then at the later on at the photo shoot, it was kind of like standoffish, like she just was doing her own thing. Like I don't really fuck with y'all, you know, like I'm over here, y'all over there. I was just like, damn, what's up with Lexi Blow? She ain't kicking it with the new girls. It was like that. But eventually, you know, she opened up, she got cool. It was what it was. But wet. Oh my God.
Lord.
Like, so the issue with wet, and this is what nobody knows, and I've never even spoken about this, not even on live or nothing. Wet got us put out the hotel we were staying at.
Wow.
We can
Why?
stay there.
We
Production
definitely
had
can
to
elaborate.
move us. Production had to move us to a new spot because of Wet being at the bar with her titties out, and damn near got the bartender. The bartender told me like the girl with her titties out got my bar shut down. Like it was bad. And this was happening. No filming was happening. All the girls were just coming in. All the girls were just checking into their hotel. So you got a girl that made it at 8 a.m., a girl that made it at 10 a.m., a girl that made it at 12, a girl that made it at 6. And the girls that's there, of course, they're going to stop, have a drink. But the issue that I had with Wet Wet, and what I need everybody in the world to understand, I had an issue and felt like I was bullying her. It was the fact that we are in a public hotel. Still, it's other guests here. It's like other people there with their families and their children. It irked me so bad off camera that before we even filmed, that's why I was so like, people don't understand that. Like, girl, so much had happened. We didn't have to move to a different hotel before we even started filming. We hadn't even started filming yet. We haven't
that was gonna be my next question too. Like, why was you so affected by her when you beat her up? But yeah, you explained it.
She was literally like, her titties were out, like in the hotel around a bunch of other people, a public spot. At the end of the day, I just did not understand that for nothing in the world. I felt so embarrassed, and I was like, Zeus could have never casted her. Like, I know she's not with us, but then I remember talking to Henny about it because I ran into her and she was like, she gotta be with us. Like, who else is she here with dressed like that? So that was definitely my first impression of Wet Wet. Like, girl, it was
Wet Wet breath really stinking?
I don't think I smelled Wet Wet breath. I didn't smell her breath stinking. Who said that?
Jocelyn said it on the show when she came back from her hotel. Jocelyn said her breath was stink.
Well, it probably was stinky then, but I personally never smelled her breath. But I've never been close up on her like that. Besides once when we weren't even filming and she was having a drunk ass venting section and was talking to me outside the hotel, and I was just like, "Girl, okay, I just could like. Besides that, like, she never been all up on me like that. And, you know what I mean? I don't really care for the girl. Next.
Yes.
Give me 1 second, because maybe if I put this password in, it like won't keep going.
No problem. Okay.
I feel like Chanel wasn't really there. Like, she never really mattered. Like, I just didn't even have a first impression. It was just like, oh, Chanel, like,
just around.
Yes, that was that. Diamond and Raven were like sitting together. You could tell they both had on their shades, and they're just sitting there like the fake ass Kardashians that they think they are. And they sitting there, you could tell they like scooping the scene. They checking everybody out. It's like, bitch, I don't have on shades, but I see you. Like, I see both of y'all. I see what y'all doing. Y'all looking around, y'all sizing everybody up, y'all talking y'all shit. Y'all walking past thinking y'all the shit. You know, like, I was peeping that. Gaia was quiet. Very quiet. So
was that guy a real personality, or do you think that was just for cameras?
I think it was for cameras, because I've been around Gaia out like in other, scenarios, and it just wasn't that. It wasn't given that. So I definitely feel like, you good. I definitely feel like Gaia was pretending. She was acting for sure.
Okay.
And who else was on the damn show? Hey Capri, honestly, that's my girl now. But if I'm keeping it funky and I'm keeping it 100, I seriously thought she was a man at first. Like, only because, let me tell y'all why.
I did, so I ain't gonna lie.
This is the only reason why because when we first met and it was time for us to meet in the lobby, she was sitting in the couch, crunched in, with her do-rag on, with her head down. I couldn't even see her face. So, and because she's a bigger girl, everybody was like, oh, yeah, that must be. Because we had already heard rumors that a transgender was going to be on the show. So we were all thinking, like, okay, that must be who.
That must be, right.
But once she opened up her mouth and she started talking and we got in the car, I was starting to look like, okay, yeah, that's a girl. At first, I didn't really know what her deal was. She was kind of just trying to find her way and fit in where she fit in. She wasn't really fucking with nobody, but I think I realized after she said her girlfriend like fought her, it made sense. In the beginning, she was kind of, and then we had a moment at the photo shoot where we had to like pose, and I was like, I'm just gonna put my hand on you, on your arm, and she was like, no, you're not, and I was like, well, fuck you then, bitch. So in the beginning, me and K Capri, we were not like meshing, and then Henny was cool. She became my roommate, so Henny is my favorite out of all the girls. Like that's
Y'all
my
still
girl.
hang out?
Yeah, I was just in New York, and we went out. We went to the strip club. You know, threw a couple hundred on the hoes. They weren't doing much. They just wanted our money, so we weren't trying to like blow on them bitches because they weren't even worth it. But we went to the strip club in New York, and it was fun. She like took me, around the city. We had a good time. So Henny's my girl, and we talk. We talk on FaceTime like a lot.
Okay.
Dope.
Okay.
That's dope.
So we gonna go into the next question. When Joseline came to the photo shoot and told you to get out and she will fuck you up, why didn't you just leave then?
I was so drunk.
Mm-hmm.
I was so drunk, and I didn't think she was gonna come because we weren't supposed to be filming. They only started filming because me and Wet Wet started fighting. We were supposed to just be doing a photo shoot for the promo pictures and shit, They only started recording because me and Wet Wet started fighting, and then I guess they got back to Joseline and she showed up. I didn't even know that she was gonna show up. I was thinking that it was like a vacation. I was sipping, I was lit, like
Right.
and so I really couldn't even like in that moment. I don't think I could. I was kind of like shocked because I was like, "Damn! All I did was beat a bitch up. Why you mad at me?" But I didn't realize they went to Joseline and made it seem like, "Oh, you said her name," and I'm like, "That shit is just." But that's how I know it's all for camera. It's for show. It's what I mean.
I seen how your mood just changed.
Yes.
Once that went down, your mood just changed. You was just like what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
But soon as you started with Wet Wet, I was like, you gonna be the star of the show. That's when I was you was my favorite on the show because you was just too real, very blunt, very honest, and that that's what I loved about you on the show.
Yes. Thank you.
I want to ask, do you think Lexi Blow and Chanel is scared of Joseline?
They're like terrified.
Mm-hmm.
Because let me tell you something. If someone comes this like close to you where you're in their face and you don't do what you got to do,
I definitely
they wouldn't let her get that close to me. Like, you know what I mean? They wouldn't let us be lip to lip like her and Lexi Blow was. If you paid attention, like, it's not gonna go down like that.
How do you feel about Joseline referring herself as your pimp?
She wasn't talking about me.
She let that be known off the gate.
And it's crazy because even from her first season, like how it's just the way like she stood over all of the ladies. I always said that. Like I feel like Joseline thinks that she's the ladies' pimp, but it's just from her posture. So
it's just
for
like,
her to say it was just crazy.
It's a mentality. Like she was dealing with it. She was on the other side for so long, and she got used to being talked to like that for so long, to the point where it has just become, you're a product of your environment. When you've been a certain way and you've been accustomed to living a certain way for so long, and you've heard is these things, and then you finally get in a position of power. It's like, it's sick, but it's the pimp world. I'm glad I'm not a hoe.
And Lexi Blow and Chanel looked like they had your back. They took you into stand. They calmed you down when Joseline came into the photo shoot. Why did your energy change towards them?
When?
After like when they was in the club telling you to clean up, or telling everybody to clean up. Yeah, it was
you gotta come back. You skipped some. You forgot when Lexi Blow was laughing at us when we were sleeping outside. That was one of the things that happened before that.
Okay.
Yeah, like there were things that transpired before that, and so it was. You got to come back some. it was like that was the strike with Lexi Blow. With Chanel, it was just her attitude. She wasn't cleaning up, and I feel like you have to lead by an example when you're put in that position of authority. You have to, you know, if unless even if you just sweep a floor, wipe a table. If you're gonna do, you know what I mean. If you're gonna do it right. You know what I mean. And they just, it was the way she was like walking and flicking her hair. I was just not with it. Like, girl, the dramatics. You better get a fucking towel.
But after your first meet with Joseline, it never occurred to you like Joseline may be the one putting the battery in their back, making them.
No, because people are going to be themselves still. Like, people are going to do what they're going to do. Like, if Joseline tell them, you know, go outside and jump off the porch and then jump back up and jump back down, like, they're not going to go crazy. They're not going to do everything she says. They're gonna, you know what I mean? They're still doing what the fuck they want to do at the end of the day. So I gotta hold them accountable. Y'all being fake because y'all want to be fake. Y'all trying to, you know what I mean, move funny, but to get yourself further in the competition. Okay, that's fine, but don't try to come on the side and nobody understands that it's different. These girls are one way off camera, and when the cameras roll, they're another way. Unfortunately, it's just not how y'all see it a lot of the time.
Right.
So that gets me to ask you, how did you feel making the top 5 and winning against Chanel?
I felt good. Honestly, I really wanted to get in because I can't fucking strip. Like, I wish I can get on there and do that shit. Jordan is raw as hell. Like, oh, I forgot to say my first impression of Jordan, Riri, damn. But Jordan is raw. So when she made me want to be like, damn, maybe I can learn one. Maybe I can just try to wrap my leg around and do something. Like, that girl's so cold on the pole. So yeah, I knew I couldn't strip, but I still wanted to get in. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to.
By any means.
And that's why I took my pennies off.
So what? So I wanted to ask you that question. So where that comfortability come from? Where you just, you know what I'm saying?
I know my pussy is pretty, and it was so crazy because I said on camera like, "Oh, it's kind of pretty," but then it kind of looked funny. But right after the scene, when I was in her dressing room, and she was like, "Oh, Amber, your pussy is so pretty. You got a baby pussy. You must don't fuck a lot." Like, you know. But then you'll get on camera and say something totally different. But I know my pussy's pretty, so I wanted to, you know, I had just shaved that day.
Lord, oh my God.
I was so ready. And then I moved, like, you know, my little pearl don't hang low like an Italian beef. So I knew I was good.
And at that time, that was your moment to shine. You made it. You was the underdog on the show. And then I felt like it was all interrupted by a fight. How did you feel about the K Capri fight and Wet fight?
That made me so mad because I felt like, okay, now I'm finna fix my wig because I was so mad nobody told me that my wig was pushed back.
Yes.
Calling my name. I was just like, all them bitches was in my face. They said, stop, cut so many fucking times. And then one of you bitches can say, Amber, pull your wig down. Y'all know I just got done performing. When I saw that, I wanted to slap every hoe that was up there on that stage with me. Like, why couldn't nobody tell me to pull my wig down? So once I finally realized to pull my wig down, like in real life, and I was like, damn, I hope they don't get it. And they ended up getting it. But once I realized to pull my wig down, I was like, okay, now they pulling the champagne out. That was going to be my time to just relax. I don't got to do too much. I'm in the cabaret. I'm finna sip the champagne. And then these bitches go and steal the whole damn spotlight. I was just really ready to get drunk. We didn't even get to drink the champagne.
Y'all didn't.
So I was like, that was very selfish. But hey, they were mad. They were mad.
What was Ballistic role on the show, and why was he even on it? In the house. Like, why was he in the house? What was his point of being in the house?
Oh, because honestly, it says on the TV program that he's like the music producer or something behind the music, the sounds. But why are you? But it's like, it's kind of like a conflict of interest because you're still her man, so you're still going to be around. But that's, you know what I mean? It's just weird. It gets weird. Like, why are you But it's like, is it gonna be a gig where it's just the bitch whose show it is and her cat, you know, like all the other shows, or it like, why is your man here? Why is he around all these women? This is a women thing. You're talking to women like you fight. Like, it's just a different type of environment. So why are you like? I just don't understand. I still don't understand why.
So did it make any other of the other cast uncomfortable, like
It
his
was
presence?
cool. It didn't make none of us uncomfortable because he was cool, but at the same time, I didn't understand why he like.
Why he was there, right?
Yeah, because it's kind of like, okay, once production leaves and we all kicking it, obviously he would go upstairs and do his own thing, and Jocelyn, she would come down with us and kick it with us, but like it still was just like weird.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, if can I have my man laying up with me?
Right.
True. That's true.
So like, I don't understand. But hey, and when it's your show, you can kind of do what you want to do. So, and he was cool, you know. So I didn't trip. We never had a problem before the reunion, so it was all good. You know what I mean? Even after me and Jocelyn were no longer cool, after she flew me to Miami, I still saw Ballistic after. It was like, "What's up, Ballistic?" You know, and he spoke. You know what I mean? Like, it was no problem until what went down at the reunion. Like, Ballistic was cool. Yeah, he was cool.
So what caused the beef between you, Diamond, and Raven?
It happens off camera. I'm trying to fucking remember, and I'm irritated because I just smoked the blunt. It happens. It happens off camera, and
It was something I know on the show. It was with Lollipop. It was like some dancing.
It was like some he say she say. Like, honestly, it was. I didn't try to. My hardest to forget everything about the show. So like, having to rethink about it. I don't know. I'm trying to go back. It was off camera because I remember. I remember telling Diamond, like, I'll smack the fuck out of you. It was off camera. No, we weren't filming. And that's what she was saying to Jocelyn when she went and pulled Jocelyn to the side. It was some he say, she say where Lollipop wasn't really fucking with Kid Capri. And so it just, words got mixed up. But Diamond and Raven was moving funny. They were the instigators behind it all. And I just didn't like that. You know what I mean? And then the issue with me and Raven, when she didn't make it into the Cabaret, I went over to the pool house. This was off camera. We were just kicking it, and I was trying to help her with her dance moves. And I was like, "You got to stop dancing so hard." It's like she was just like, ooh, ah. And I was like, "You got to stop, slow it down, be more sexy." And she was like, "Amber," like she took it wrong. Like, we started arguing to the point where I had to leave their room, And I smoked with Diamond that night. Me and Diamond was still cool, but then we fought the next day. So it was just like, we were cool. It was just me and Raven never was cool. You know what I mean? We just kind of tolerated each other in the beginning. We never really, I could tell she didn't like me, I didn't like her, but we still just kind of faked the funk because we were still talking. We didn't, in the beginning before everybody filled each other out. And they were definitely trying to make me their friend because after I beat we wet up, they knew I could fight. Raven and I, they were trying to be they were trying to build alliance. They were like, "Yeah, we got to stick with girls that we know that can fight and that can help us." Woo, woo, woo. That's what Raven was coming from with it. Like, they knew they needed to have girls to help them fight because they couldn't. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I peeped that. Like, I peeped them hoes. So it was so many things where I was just like, "You bitches is fried." And then once I heard them talking about me to Jocelyn, I was like, you know what? I'm probably gonna have to beat one of these hoes up because y'all don't even have no problem with me.
So I wanted to ask you that question. Do you feel like Jocelyn was moving a little sneaky with the cast members behind the scenes?
No, because she didn't really. She fucked with everybody the same in the house. Like,
okay,
you know what I mean? Shit, honestly, she didn't really fuck with Diamond and Raven to the end until I got kicked out. So she didn't start moving funny till then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she told me I couldn't dance. She kind of moved Raven in, but it was her birthday and they had to make it match the theme of the show. It was all I heard so much shit after the fact. Oh, Raven only got it because it was her birthday and they had to play to do it like it's my birthday and make it make sense. And I'm like, it was just, girl, I was over it. And I was in my room right next to the scene. So right when she told me go to your room and I walked off, they didn't even play what I said. There was a whole dialogue. She was like, Go to your room. You might not dance, bitch. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. Fuck this shit. I quit. And she was like, bye, bitch. Drag that hoe to her room. I said, yeah, I'm going to jail for arson. Anybody touch my shit. They didn't play none of that. And that was as I was walking to my room. They cut all that out and made it seem like she just bitched me and just sent me to my room. And then I had to stand in my room and listen to all the rest of the film and go on for the rest of the night. I heard Raven dancing and everybody screaming. I heard all, my room was right there. So I had to hear everything. Like I was in my room just like packing my shit. I packed up all my shit and I told them, get my motherfucking flight, I'm leaving. And then that's when the owner of Zeus, Lamel, came to my room. He came to the house and was like, you ain't gotta go nowhere. I already told you, you're the star of this and woo woo, like, you know, and of course convinced me to stay when I should have just left that fucking night.
Yeah. Right. So I want to get in a question because we big on, you know, using the N-word outside of our race. We don't, you know, I don't agree with it. So I wanted to ask, how do you feel when Diamond said nigga, and why nobody said nothing? And why nobody said anything to Joseline as using the words as well?
I feel like, so I'm glad I finally get to address this as well. Mm-hmm. With Diamond, like I said, when we kicked it off camera, mm-hmm. when I went to her room and we rolled up a wood and we smoked that night, like when everything was just regular, mm-hmm. she would be on FaceTime with people and she'll be like, nah, don't put that nigga on the phone. It's like she wanted to say it. It's like you get you know when you get around somebody and it's like they want to say some shit to see how it you know how you react. So mm-hmm. I peeped it because I'm always gonna peep it first, and just because everything don't deserve a reaction, I just peeped it. Like, okay, all right, girl, whatever, you know, we can have whatever. But then when we got into it and she started using it in an angry way, I was just like, this bitch in this nigga bird, like, why do she always do that?
Yeah, I don't agree with that as well.
And then the reason I didn't really care when Joseline said it all these times, the time she said it, I didn't realize when she backed me up and I went up against the wall and she was like, don't touch me, we not cool, my nigga. It's a difference with saying my nigga and saying nigga. Right. Because when you saying my nigga, you almost trying to save yourself from getting popped. You know what I mean? Because you're trying to say anything like, you get what I'm saying? And also, Joseline roots look like mine. That, like, I saw a Love and Hip Hop episode where this bitch had some braids to the back, and I just could not believe it was her head attached to the shoulders. Like, her roots look like mine. She needed a perm. Like, it be times where I need a perm. So it's like,
wow.
That was back then. Now, fast forward, when you can do all these things and get all these fucking hair transplants and all this different type of shit to change your hair and change your... This was back then when she was just coming on. Her roots look like mine. Like I said, I saw all the episodes from back in the day. I was a fan of her on Love and Hip Hop. So I remember back then, you know, I knew what you looked like back before. So it's like, okay, the bitch roots look like she may have some black in her. But when you got somebody that look like Diamond, that's like, look like Mexican and she's really just trying to say she Puerto Rican so she can rock with Joseline. You know, when you white with long black hair, like, no, like, when you, I'm sorry, like I said on the show, if you don't have cootie balls, Buddha beads, sorry, it's just a difference. Like, and if you're not black, period. Like, if you're not black. Mm-hmm. And so, like I said, she probably tried to save herself with the my nigga thing, and I was kind of in a daze. I couldn't believe it was happening. I couldn't, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. In that moment, I was staring past her. When she was in my face, I was looking past her. You get what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't even there.
It was in that moment.
I just couldn't believe it. Like, this is really fucking happening. Like, but after that, I just didn't give a fuck. And I was like, you know what? If I have to beat this bitch ass, I'm gonna beat this bitch ass. Like, I'm gonna beat her. And that, like, you don't get no more passes with me.
So Diamond, Lollipop, and Raven had no energy for you in the house. Why do you think they acted like that at the reunion?
They was off the cocaine.
Oh shit! They having that candy, huh?
And that is actually another question, because when the other girl from the other show, One of her old girls accused Jocelyn of doing coke behind the scenes as well too.
Well, I mean, come on now.
And I watch her.
This
show.
is what I don't understand from everybody. Why do y'all ask a rhetorical question? You know the lady is getting hot. Like y'all know this.
Yo, I didn't know you was going to come with.
Like that's like asking me if I smoke weed.
Oh
Right.
my god!
I'm ready to roll up right now.
But it's like you being open about you smoking weed, but her is like she denied these.
Why would a crackhead tell you they smoking crack?
That's true. That is absolutely
when
true.
she already trying to be like a, whatever.
Yeah.
She not gonna, people are not gonna walk around and say they high, but y'all know it, y'all see it. Like if it's a, just call a spade a spade. What you think in your dear heart is the truth.
Damn. So do you think I just want to know what made Ballistics put hands on you
at the reunion?
Because I knocked Jocelyn and she fell.
Oh, you hit when you hit her, she fell.
Yeah, and they were picking her up and he was rushing me. I literally swung on her, and before I had to and throw my dukes back up because he was rushing me so quick. Like it happened so quick. It's like I swung on her, and when I thought she fell, I was like, "Yeah, bitch!" I couldn't even celebrate 2 seconds. I was like, "Yeah, bitch!" I had to throw my guards up like quick. So it was like it all happened fast. When I swung on her and she fell, Ballistic rushed me, and so shit.
How did you feel at that time going through that with?
I couldn't, but I was mad. Like they muted me. They muted me because I was screaming, "I'm suing everybody! Get the fuck off me!" Like I was screaming. Once my titties popped, once I realized I was naked, I lost my mind. I was screaming and crying and trying to get everybody off me, but they still wouldn't get off me. The security was still on me. Like it was a lot. It was like a fucking football scene because when he rushed me, I was able to land on top of him and like I was duking his ass, like punching him hard and his shit, like boom, boom. And then the fucking security tackled me and was on top of me while the security was on top of them. So it was like a pile of fucking people. It was a lot.
It was a lot of commotion. Do you feel like Zeus Network did everything they could to protect y'all ladies at the reunion?
They didn't know that was going to happen. However, their security slacked because Big Chris let Ballistic run right past him. He probably didn't know what he was going to do, but the security, my homie, who I thought was my homie, I don't know. Like, I don't even know what's up with Big Chris. But he's a security guard, and when I looked at the footage, he ran right past you. Right past you. It's no excuse for that. You could have been like, hold on, what you doing? Like, why you rushing the female? That's a female. Where you going? But when you got security that's just as high as the host, that's what happens.
Now, after everything that you've been through on that show and having a man violate you like that, why did you drop your $25 million lawsuit?
Because it was, honestly.
It was what? Say that again?
It wasn't about Zeus. It was more about Jocelyn and Ballistic. And me and Zeus had made, like we had communicated before all the mayhem about other ventures, about other opportunities, about other projects. Nice. We were already talking about other projects the day of the premiere, the time of the premiere, before the even came out. And so I wanted to make sure that I left the door open for us to work together again. And so I made it, I did what I had to do. I did what I had to do, honestly, and it worked out. I was at a time in my life where settling may have been the best thing for me to do at that moment, and it all worked out for me. And nobody knows what's going on behind closed doors, and that's fine because it's my life. But, it worked out for me. It was just my life. And the world is going to be shocked.
So after everything that you've been through in the house and you could rethink everything, do you have any regrets on how things happened with you and Chanel? Because I honestly feel like if you watch the show, Chanel was scared for her life from Jocelyn. So I felt like maybe she didn't want to be put in your shoes. So do you feel like you regret on how things happened between you and her?
No.
Okay.
Why are we still like? Did you just say Chanel?
Yes, I said.
Girl, Chanel. Chanel is not like. She was not there. Like, I just don't even feel like she was there. When I think of Chanel, I'm sorry. I just think of like, there's no need to think. Like, next person. I'm sorry, y'all. That's honestly how I don't even care to answer a question about this girl. Like, what? No.
That's respectful. That's respectable. So I would want to ask, what advice would you have for any other ladies that want to join a reality show? What can Amber tell them?
Guide yourself and control yourself, and don't let nobody tell you what to do or what they think you should do, or don't let nobody get in your head. Nobody. Don't let nobody get in your head. Do your own thing. Tell yourself something before you go in and stick to it. That's my biggest regret. I told myself something in my head of how I was going to do it, and I damn near did the total opposite. And that's one of my biggest regrets that I have to live with, because I was just like, damn, Amber, you literally said that you were going to go on the show. You weren't going to act drunk. I was drunk as hell on the first day whooping ass. Like, oh, Amber, you said you was going to go in and really just, be like a quiet girl to sit back and observe everything and just whoop ass if you have to. I was just whooping ass just because people calling niggas and shit. So it's just like, I was just like, damn, Amber, it is what it is. It's happening. I can't beat myself up, but I feel like if you want to do reality TV, you have to stick to your own word. Don't be controlled by nobody. That's it.
What's
just do your own thing. Do you?
So what do you have new coming up?
Yeah, girl, you better tap in.
I know before your page got deleted, I saw like some love show or something.
Yes.
You can't speak too much on it, or
well, I'm executive producer, so I can.
Nice. Oh shit now. Go ahead, sister.
Yeah. It's basically going to be on a new network. It's called NTI Network. Now that's it, TV, and it's featuring Tim the Don. He's a comedian. He's a comedian from Atlanta, and A Capri is also going to be on the show. It's going to be maybe 20 shows around that number. They're moving to the house, and they're going to compete for his love, basically. And it's going to be very, very funny. We actually start filming really soon. It's going to be fun, very funny. I'm also working on another TV show with my cooking, and so that's going to be that one. I can't speak too much on because everything is still like literally everything's in production still. Like everything's being finalized, all the details. I'm basically going to be cooking and also sharing like my life experiences, things I've been through, and advice that I can give people while I prepare meals type TV show.
Is Zeus in the stamps or anything?
I cannot say what Zeus.
Okay, respect.
It is major.
It sounds so.
When can we look forward for these shows that's coming up? When we can see these trailers coming,
The trailers will be, like I said, with the first one, with the love show, will be filmed. And we still have to get everything done with that. So, like, everything is about to be starting filming. I want to tell you guys, Lord knows I do. But I can't. Like,
it's all good, but we definitely gonna be looking and tuning in to see when it's gonna drop.
The filming is about to be back to back. That's just the filming is about to be back to back. Like it's about to be so
busy
definitely
lady.
About to be
Get
booked and busy, huh?
It's just not only TV. Like I'm also working on my seasoning. I have a seafood boil, and so I'm waiting for final inventory to come in because I changed the packaging so I can do it right. First, I was just gonna put it out just to get it done, and I was like, no, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it right. So I actually, did do packaging and handling and how to get everything customized. So I'm waiting on all my inventory for that. I will be putting my seasoning out. I'm excited about that.
Well, you know, we got a YouTube channel, so we'll love to react to it.
Yes, I'm gonna have to.
Yes, we definitely.
You gotta give me your info because I can send you guys like the mock trial. Like I can send you some of what I got now. Like you know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Because I'm telling you.
Hit her in the
DMs.
You guys are gonna be cooking with my seasoning every day. You're gonna put it on every. You're gonna be like, and you gotta let me know if you like mild or spicy.
Okay.
She gonna tap in with you.
Yes,
send me all the info, and I'm gonna have it out to you ASAP. I promise, ASAP.
Okay.
I want you to taste it, and I need y'all to review it and let them know that it's coming soon.
We definitely will.
Of course. Why wouldn't we?
So, do you have any regrets, and would you do it all over again if you could?
I don't have any regrets, only because I'm me. And what other way was I going to? What else was I going to do? I'm me. Like I'm gonna come in that motherfucker and turn it upside down, and that's exactly what I did. So it's like Amber, you know you, so you know what you bring in, and it just is what it is. Like who else is gonna do that but me? I feel like you know what I mean. Like who else is gonna step to her but me? I'll do it again. You know what I mean? Like it just is what it is.
And also, I want to ask this question. You know, you did the show and everything. Do you have any last words to these ladies that was your castmates on the show?
Oh, you was messy.
I'm just saying, I just want to know.
Raven and Diamond, it's so up every time I see y'all. I don't give a damn. Like, I just never wanted to smack a bitch every time I see them, but them two, like, up. I hope y'all know we got beef still. All the other girls, they cool, but the bum dashians, the botch dashians, crack dashians, I'm on their ass.
It's up and it's stuck.
We want to say thank you again, Amber. We truly enjoyed this interview. You always welcome here, and we cannot wait to sample your seasoning, and I cannot wait to see your new shows and what is new coming from you.
Yes, and when everything is coming out, feel welcome to come on back over here. We welcome you to definitely step in and promote what you got going on. Because we definitely want to stay updated to know what's going on with Amber. And
make sure you could tell people how they could follow you, where could they contact you. You could leave it all here.
Guys, my main page should be up in the page, but I'm going to build up my backup page.
Hold on. Before you get into it, so you can hear you clearly. Move your hand from the mic. Yeah, so they can hear you
clearly. Can you hear me now? I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. Next time, I'm going to have to have a tripod situation set up.
Yes.
So yes, guys, you can reach me at Miss AMBERALI, MRSAMBERALI. It's my backup until my main page is back up, but Miss AMBERALI on Instagram, that's where you can reach me.
Nice. Y'all hear it there. Make sure y'all tap in. She got seasonings coming. She got shows.
Seasonings and shows. Seasonings and shows, baby. Shows and seasonings.
Everything. Make sure y'all follow her so y'all do not miss out on anything.
Yes. And I want to say thank you, Amber, so much for your time. I know you was booked and busy earlier. You running around doing your thing. And we greatly appreciate your time being on the Couples Hour show. And, you know, hopefully we have this round to go again and again and again. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to back up. We're going to have to catch back up. We're going to have to do a check back in. What they used to do on Cheaters when they used to check back up with the couples afterwards. We got to do that.
Right.
Update.
Yes, we definitely want to tap in on an update.
We got to do that.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amber. You have a blessed night.
You too.
Thank you so much.
So we want to say this was a lovely, lovely interview.
Yeah, I like this interview.
I really enjoyed Amber. I wish her nothing but the best on her future endeavors.
Yes, salute.
And I can't wait to get some of that seasoning.
You took the words out of my mouth. I was about to say I can't wait to get the seasoning.
I cannot y'all wait.
That's why you better make sure you tap the hell in and hit in her damn DM.
If many of y'all, if y'all not following Amber, go follow her. Her food always looks delicious. If you have not seen her cooking skills on the show, then go check that out as well too. So I definitely can't wait.
And also, if you didn't tap into the show she was on, the Joseline's Cabaret in Las Vegas, make sure you tap into Zeus as well, where you can watch the show and know who Amber is.
Exactly. And then make sure y'all follow her so y'all can also catch up on her new show and her new adventures.
Right. So y'all know it's definitely that time, y'all. We want to say thank you guys. Make sure you hit that subscribe, hit that like, hit the notification bell so you know when we going and the videos is going up. I'm thinking I'm on live again, but sorry, y'all. Yeah, y'all know G Blacks. Yeah, okay, but thank you so much.
Peace.
We out of here, y'all.